Ball game late. Obviously, you would think the advantage goes to Golden State.
Now it's their second elimination game as Jimmy Butler starts off with a three-pointer and cuts it to 2. Richard, is an elimination game, say from the team that's facing elimination, like how much do you think of that during the course of the game, that this is it, we could be out?
I think leading into it, as you see VanVleet knock down that 3, you're not playing to survive. You understand your approach, and then you just have that kind of mentality throughout the game.
Good look. Three-pointer won't go. Butler aggressive early on. How about at the very end, like in the final couple of minutes, and you know that if you don't make a couple of plays, your season's over. Does it come to mind then?
No, it's staying in the moment. The more you stay in the moment, the more you stay. You're not worried about what's going to happen in 15 minutes. You're worried about the next play, as you see Sengun make the bucket. The more you can stay present, the more you can stay in the moment, everything else just falls in line.
Sengun now in double figures. The second rocket. Again, what's been fairly low-scoring game. VanVleet guarding Draymond Green. Butler already a couple of buckets here to start the third. Brooks guarding him. Butler jump shot misses. VanVleet grabs the rebound. VanVleet a little bit of everything. 13 points, 4 boards, 4 assists. Shot.
Off of our turnovers, he said we feel like
VanVleet, one of the great stories in the NBA. He's barely 6 feet tall, undrafted. Turned himself into an all-star and NBA champion. Made over $200 million in contracts. He is just a great, tough competitor. Not afraid of the playoff pressure. Draymond Green misses. Buddy Hield the rebound. Jalen Green gets out on Hield. Pressuring all the way out at half court. Hield has to pick up his dribble. Shot clock at 4. Butler trying to make something out of it. Kicks it out. Payton just gets it off in time and hits the 3 as the shot clock expires.
But again, there's 2 guys they're not guarding from the three-point line. It allows Amen to just stay hugged up on Steph Curry. They're clean switching the other 2 threats. And you know, you're hiding Sengun on Gary Payton II. They're going to have those shots.
VanVleet. Thompson, jump shot is good. Nice looking jumper from Thompson. He's got 8 points now. Lead back up to 6 for the Rockets. And a hold. That up his 4th foul, so he'll sit down. Butler gets underneath there. Brooks coming off his best game of the series, but quiet here tonight. Shot clock winding down again. Butler gets inside, blocked by Adams. Steven Adams does it again. His 2nd rejection. VanVleet pulls up, nails the 3. Fred VanVleet.
Back to the zone they go here, Houston.
Curry gets away, fires, connects. Steph Curry with his 4th three-pointer.
I don't think people talk about his strength enough.
No,
right?
they don't.
Those shoulders are massively different than when he entered the league. So much stronger.
Thompson falls down. Steven Adams hasn't played big minutes, but he's had an enormous impact all season long for the Rockets. Shot clock at 4. Thompson looking for an opening, goes right at post. The runner too strong. Draymond Green.
Fred VanVleet make a catch and make a play off the bounce.
Curry and Butler. Dangerous pass. Green has to go back to get it. The Rockets have really extended their perimeter defense all game. Butler goes inside, kicks it out to post. Shot clock at 4 again. Another time, the timer winding down, and Butler hits another shot.
Gray area. And look, it's the fraction. If we can watch the replay again, you'll be able to see it was the foot that did landed, touched Sengun's foot, even if the 1 foot was up.
It's the consistent call all season long, regular season and playoff. The landing area. Sengun foul.
Between that area and the free throw line where he's most dangerous.
Draymond Green. Out to Butler. Shot clock at 5 again. Butler with a shot clock winding down. Finds post. Mishandles it. Curry has to hoist one up. Hits the rim. And
Funny, he's so good.
Green.
Rockets going to need one or two more guys to kind of step up. Right now, it's been Şengün and Van Vliet. They need one more guy to show up. Preston, if you need to go back a little bit further, here you are many years later, and he four guys.
Let's check in with Lisa.
Yeah, Mike, I was talking to Fred about that this morning, and he just said as the series has gone on, he has felt the need to be more assertive. He said, we played a lot of different styles this year with a young team because you never know what you're going to get. So with them loading up on Jalen Green in this series and Jalen trying to figure that out, he says that he has realized that he needs to be more aggressive, just trying to be a calming influence, steadying presence. So he has been looking to have more of an impact offensively.
All right, thank you, Lisa. Meanwhile, Podziemski gets his first bucket on the follow, back to a 5-point game. This young Rockets team showing some real poise on the road in a game that could end their season. Şengün can't get it. Adams tips it. Butler knocks it out of his hands. Curry nearly throws it away, but Butler was right there. Podziemski off the bounce. Curry, catch, fire, hits, another three.
This guy is ridiculous, really.
Thompson goes inside. Nice adjustment from Amen Thompson. Double figures for Thompson again. Podziemski wide open for three. And Thompson grabs the rebound.
The way they're face guarding Steph that last possession almost looked like a box and one. Houston trying to mix their defensive looks.
Jalen Green runs to the corner. His three-pointer misses. Top of the back.
Isn't sure what defense they're in.
Just don't leave Steph. That's the defense.
That's
don't.
it.
Curry, Podziemski blocked by Podziemski. Lobs it into post. Back to Podziemski. Off the bounce, the spin move. Stops, hesitation, missed the layup. Van Vliet the rebound. Looks to push. Red Van Vliet gets it inside. Shot blocked from behind. Dive on the ball, Moody. Smith into the hands of Van Vliet. Terrific hustle from both teams. Smith steps back and hits the three-pointer. Checked his feet, and Jabari Smith knocks it down. Lead right back up to 7 as Thompson.
Grew up playing basketball in the early 2000s. When I see some of those shots, you get it. Your heart kind of skips a beat.
Crowd with a chance of let's go Warriors. They're down by 7. Podziemski again left wide open. Again knocks down the three. That's his first three, just his second field goal, but it cuts it to 4. Adams sets the screen. He's one of the best at that as well. Plays catch with Van Vliet. Van Vliet down a lane, throws it up. Post may have gotten a piece of it. Adams comes up with another offensive rebound. Holding on. Eason kicks it out. Van Vliet. Smith tries another three. Hits another three. Jabari Smith and points in 9 minutes off the bench for Smith. Butler, beautiful pass. And Moody, an easy finish. And they're doing the hack.
This series where they hacked him, Ime had to pull him.
Right now, and this is where we're going to go, because we're struggling there, but the Warriors are basically saying, we'll give you an opportunity for 2 points.
Rockets back up by 7. Post to Moody. Curry, Butler, and Podziemski, the other 3 Warriors out there. Shot clock again winding down. Butler. Post off the bounce. Butler fakes the three, has to put it up, and knocks it down. One-handed shot from Jimmy Butler. Continues to have a strong...
He wills it into the...
Up until 2 minutes remaining in the period. Left in each period.